Bienvenidos a tu canal Rubio Fuente. Esta vez hoy tenemos pues The Forgotten City, un videojuego que parece ser así de aventuras, tal, intriga. Voy a bajar un poco. Al pasado, al presente, al futuro. Bueno, vamos a ver los options. Primero los ajustes porque estoy escuchando que está un poquito alto. Me encanta la historia antigua griega, romana, todo esto. Visibilidad de punto de mira. Alterna visibilidad permanente de punto de mira. Esto puede ayudarte si estás... No. Logramos que del objetivo. Notificaciones, no. Subtítulos. Habilitados sí. Tamaño de los subtítulos del diálogo. Esto es grande. Grande lo voy a poner porque uno está ahí hace gato. Fondo de subtítulo. Panel negro. Fácil de leer. Voy a poner que no y si no luego pongo, ¿vale? Luego vamos a pasar al vídeo. Porción de la gama bien. Enfoque de movimiento 100%. Por edición 90, vale. Audio. Por ahí. Un poquito. Vertical, perfecto. Así que bueno, esto ya está. Qué guapo. Ayudadnos a evitar los spoilers. Estimados creadores de contenido, como podéis ver, este juego está repleto de intriga y giros inesperados. Avisa a los espectadores del posible destripe del juego al compartir el contenido más allá del pasillo blanco. De esta forma, los jugadores que quieran podrán disfrutar de la experiencia por su cuenta si lo desean. Atentamente, tipo de Modern Storyteller, juego de 2021, que ya tenía en la biblioteca hace bastante tiempo y tenía ganas de darle. Soy un apasionado de los libros de historia. Sobre todo de la Roma antigua. Los de Santiago Posteguillo. Para todos aquellos que les guste un buen libro de historia romana, no lo tiene.
Hey, you're alive. When I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna wake up. I checked your pockets for ID, a phone, maybe. I hope you don't mind. But all I found was some loose change. So, wanna tell me who you are?
Bueno, vas a decirme quién eres. Selecciona tu tipo de cuerpo. Señor, anda. ¿Esto qué es? Vale, ya empezamos aquí. Eso, ¿y el tío este narigudo? ¿O es una señora? Este mismo. El tono de piel. Vamos a ponerlo bien blanco. Estoy muy blanco. Soy rubio y muy blanquito. Aquí introduce tu nombre. Bueno, como es la Roma antigua, Rubiacus.
Well, it's nice to meet you.
Bueno, me alegro conocerte y siento
I'm
parecer
sorry to
costilla,
pry,
pero
but
¿tienes
any
idea de
idea
por
why
qué
you were
apareciste
floating
flotando en
down
el
the
río?
river? What's the last thing you remember?
¿Qué es lo último que recuerdas? Estaba buscando unas ruinas antiguas, estaba en medio de una misión encubierta, estaba escapando de la ley, casi no recuerdo nada. Bueno, como no recuerdo nada, ahí dice, el golpe que te diste en la cabeza ha aumentado tu umbral de dolor y ahora es un 50% en acabar contigo. Si digo esto, soy fugitivo. El tiempo que llevas huyendo de las autoridades ha hecho que tengas los pies ligeros y corres un 25% más rápido. Esto es interesante, ¿eh? O sea, con esto tengo un 50% más como de vida, ¿no? Aquí estaba en medio de una misión encubierta. Tienes un arma de fuego del ejército, pero solo tiene 10 balas. Tendrás que utilizarlas con juicio ya que no podrás conseguir más. Estaba buscando unas ruinas antiguas, especialista en arqueología. Debido a haber estudiado historia durante años, posees conocimientos sobre el mundo antiguo, pero todo lo demás te dan por el cake. Bueno, o sea, aquí tienes 10 balas, por lo menos, y un arma. Aquí tenemos un 25% más de velocidad, que con eso puedes escapar a lo mejor de los tipos. Y aquí es un 50% más difícil de acabar conmigo. Yo voy a empezar por lo difícil. Estoy buscando unas ruinas antiguas, no quiero nada de nada.
You're an archaeologist? Then you'll definitely want to hear this. I don't know if it's exactly what you're looking for, but there are some ruins just behind you. Roman, I think. I need you to go in there and see if you can find a guy named Al for me. He went in there a few hours ago, and he hasn't come out. I've been freaking out, wondering if he's trapped or injured.
Pensando que se ha quedado atrapado, herido, vete a buscarlo. Está ahí las ruinas romanas. Habría ido detrás de él, pero me hizo prometerle que me quedaría aquí. Pues no sé,
So I'm just
estoy
kind
esperando, sin poder ir a otra
of
parte.
stuck here, waiting. What I mean is, I was hoping
¿Te importaría ir a
you
buscarlo?
wouldn't mind going in there to find him.
¡Vamos, vamos!
If you can do that, I can get both of you back to civilization in my boat.
¿Puedo hacer eso?
Please?
Os devuelvo a la civilización en mi barca. Vale, aquí tengo que preguntarle algo.
Of course. Sorry, I don't mean to be pushy. I just...
Pues es un poco raro que ella se quede aquí quieta y yo vaya a
What do you
buscar
wanna
con
know?
ella. Algo pasa. Lo primero sería que quiero que me la coma con su historia. ¿Quién es Al? ¿Dónde estamos? ¿Qué me puedes contar sobre las ruinas? Sé que estamos en el presente, ¿no? Porque las llaves, dijo que tenía móvil y tal. ¿Qué me puedes contar sobre las ruinas? Has probado a llamar pidiendo ayuda. Es una buena pregunta, ¿no? Inteligente.
What am I, an idiot? You could hike a long, long way in any direction and never find another soul. Trust me.
Ajá.
You really don't remember? We're in Italy.
Estamos en
This
Italy.
river is the Tiber.
El río es el Tiber. ¿Quién es Al?
He's the guy who washed up on the riverbank not long before you did. I thought maybe you two knew each other. I guess not. But maybe the two of you can piece together what you're doing here. In any case, you'll like him, I'm sure. Once you find him, that is.
Si el tío llegó como yo, aquí a la orilla. Pues a ver, bueno, que me cuéntame un poco, venga. Pues no mucho que contar. Siento cómo he pasado toda la vida en un presente futuro, al que tardo una eternidad en llegar cada día. ¿Sabes a qué me refiero? Nada, no quiere. Algo tiene que ocultar. Prefiero no decirlo si no te importa. Se llama Leonora. La verdad es que me gustaría saberlo. Y más si te voy a ayudar. Lo acabo de inventar. Si quiero juntármelo, da igual, no me importa demasiado. La verdad es que no me importa.
All right, fine. Sorry if I sounded cagey. It's just that
Canal.
I don't always get the best reactions when I introduce myself. My name's Karen.
Ahora cambiará lo de persona desconocida. No cambia.
You're welcome. Always happy to help.
No, te voy a
Was there
preguntar todo.
anything else you wanted to ask?
Todo. Que me cuente algo sobre
Not
esto.
much, really. But
Imagínate lo que
imagine what you
podrías
might
encontrar ahí
find in
dentro. Artefactos antiguos de valor
priceless ancient
incalculable.
artifacts. Al.
¡Qué tía! Pesa. Venga.
Great. So you're ready to go look for Al?
Voy a por los artefactos, pero estaré pendiente por si le veo.
My hero. The entrance is just past those columns behind you.
Okay.
Oh, and he left this here. But I think you'll need it more than I will.
Linterna. Usa una linterna potente y alimentada con pilas. Vamos a verlo. Oh, qué recuerdos. Qué recuerdos de otros juegos, quiero decir.
Back already? What's up?
¿Cómo que ya ha vuelto?
Oh, of course. What did you want to know?
Vale, nada. Que ya me lo contó todo. ¿Qué hago aquí?
What
Pregunta de
am
nuevo.
I, an idiot? You could hike a
Venga, venga,
long,
venga.
long way in any direction and never find another Great. Was... Thanks again. And please...
Vale. ¿Pero aquí hay comida o algo? ¿Me señaló algo? ¿No? Ruinas, 25 metros. Vamos para allá. Bueno, voy a ir por aquí porque ya se sabe, ¿no? Que al principio pues habrá mucha mierda. Qué bonito. No se ve el agua, ¿eh?
If you're reading this, it means I've discovered the entrance to an ancient Roman city hidden deep underground. Its existence is long forgotten, all knowledge of it lost, except in the Latin inscription here. It reads, "You who wish to enter the city, step forth and be judged. The virtuous shall be rewarded with eternal life in paradise. The wicked shall find themselves showered in gold, but in vain, for this shall be their final resting place." Could an underground city have remained a secret for all this time? Could people have survived down there, against the odds? It seems there's only one way to find out. If I'm not back in an hour, I'm somewhere on the other side. Consider this an invitation. Or a warning. Al Worth.
Recuerda, siempre te están observando. Y dos gladiadores ahí. Wow, oro. Otro estatua de oro. Yeah, ¿quién eres? Dice. Hay alguien ahí, creo. No, es una estatua. Wow. Mosaico. Un antiguo mosaico romano que muestra una figura divina convirtiendo un hombre en oro. Wow. Muchos sufrirán por los pecados de uno solo. Un mito del rey Salomón, que todo lo que tocaba lo convertía en oro. Ok, porque aquí es muestra una figura divina convirtiendo un hombre en oro. La figura divina será la del medio, ¿no? Esta es una persona. Esta está la figura divina. Wow. Vale, ahora sí. Empujando, vamos. Mira. Va. La risa. Ey, se quedó aquí. Se quedó cargando. Ey. Vale, parece que está cargando, a ver. Ahora. Madre mía. Vea lag. Coricojón y corientillo. ¿Se acordáis? Wow. Escuchando a alguien que está afilando una espada. ¿No lo oyen? ¡Ah, tu madre! ¡Qué susto me ha dado el cabronazo! Se mueve y mira, ese ruido. Pues suena más a latón. Venga, mira, lo podré poner ahí. ¿Será para eso? No crees. Una estatua dorada de un anciano que lleva ropa moderna. Debe ser algo, pero ¿cómo es posible? Está todo olificado.
Whoever reads this, I'm sorry you had to find me like this. And worse, you'll suffer the same fate I did. I've spent a lifetime in this place, going around and around in circles, searching for a way out. The inscription was right. There is no way back.
¿Dónde está la puta ficción?
From here, there are only two options. Death, or that godforsaken doorway into the past. We made the mistake of stepping through it. Hard to set things right.
Ahí está.
And I tried. I really tried. Whatever I did, it took me right back to the beginning. Don't make the same mistake. Better to end it all now and find out what awaits you beyond that portal.
Vamos allá. ¡Ya! Sí, Jonathan. Hoy sí, hoy apetecía cambiar un poco. Bueno, nos hemos metido en el portal este redondo que estaba aquí tras esas puertas, en las ruinas antiguas de una ciudad que estaba escondida y que estaba llena de estatuas de oro. Y ahora estamos aquí cargando. Parece que el juego le cuesta un poco, está cargando bastante despacio. Vale, tenemos un triángulo para comprar el diario de misiones y tal. Vale. El juego está interesante. Al principio promete. Vale, ahora esto está más nuevo, ¿no? Esto está, mira, tiene flores, tiene plantas aquí. No lo puedo creer. Y ahora tenemos que estar aquí en el puto pasado. Persona desconocida. Salve, me llamo Valerio. ¿Te importaría decirme quién eres y qué estás haciendo en el santuario de Proserpina? No le soy rubiaco y me he perdido.
Oh, is that right? Well, just make sure you don't get lost in any other sacred places you're not supposed to be. Can't have you disrespecting the gods by accident, can we now? But listen, most folks seem a bit confused when they get here, but
Le mentí. Le dije una trolada al calvo. Así que no sé dónde andas, está en el sentido que voy a decírtelo para que lo entiendas bien.
Live by our law here, and we'll all get along just fine.
¿Vuestras leyes?
Not laws.
No leyes, no. Ley.
There's
Solo hay
just
una,
one
la regla de oro.
golden
Y el
rule.
castigo por
And the
romperla
punishment
es,
for
bueno...
breaking it's, well, it's kind of horrific. But our
Te mata.
magistrate insists we take all newcomers to see him, so I guess I'll let him fill you in. So then, you coming?
Venga, que me guíe el colega.
Follow me. When I first arrived, I couldn't believe there were people living down here. But, as you
mira,
can
vas solo.
see, we've got a nice little community now.
Cuando te pises este territorio por primera vez, no me podía creer que hubiera gente
Only
viviendo aquí.
23 of us at the moment, if you count the 3 who are missing. No idea how, since nobody knows a way out. But it's just big and dark enough to get lost in, if you're not careful.
Aren't you going to introduce me to your handsome new friend, Galerius?
Keep it in your loincloth, Aurelia. I'm taking him to see the magistrate.
¿Cómo que no? Preséntamela.
Ball won't be magistrate for much longer. Anyone who helps vote him out today drinks at my bar for free tonight.
Luego voy.
I'd stay clear of it,
Cuando
and
me libre el calvo.
if I were you. She's
Tenía que haber dicho que se fuera por ahí solo.
down
Pero
on
por
your
lo menos me
right
cuenta
is
algo.
our farm, where
A
I
la
grow
derecha,
all
nuestra
the
granja
food
donde
you'll
cultivo
ever
los
want.
alimentos que
As long
imagines.
as all you want is
Siempre
the cabbage
zampuerros,
and
repollos,
wheat.
trigo.
One usually gets a chuckle.
The
Qué
bloody
chiste.
shadows wander without flesh or bone.
Oh,
Don't mind Livia.
Livia.
She means
Tiene buena
well,
intención, pero lo ha
she's just
pasado mal.
been in a
Entonces,
bad
bueno, ya
place
sabes.
since- Well, you know, I don't know what happened to her.
Los
Up
grafitis.
here on your right is
Wow.
the chasm. If you've got a weapon, it belongs way down at the bottom. Up on your left is the
El
forum,
abismo.
where you can visit the market
Izquierda, el
or
foro.
get yourself patched up in Lucretia's clinic, the shrine
Mercado,
of Apollo.
curarte en la clínica de la
Most of us
Grecia.
have almost nothing, just what we had on us when
Solo
we
trajimos
arrived,
cuando vinimos.
and what we've been able to make and scrounge up since. And this central plateau is where the magistrate and the other patricians live.
Aquí es donde vive el
Don't
magistrado.
expect a warm welcome.
Hilarious. You're meant to be working the farm, not trudging dirt into the villas.
Take it easy, Horatius. I was just taking our new friend here to see the magistrate. You'd better go with him. But just remember, they're not like you and me. Don't let them use you.
What was that? What did you just say?
I said it'll take some getting used to.
I'm watching you, farm boy.
Aquí parece que son unos cabrones.
Greetings, citizen. My name's Horatius. Magistrate Sentius asked me to
Que te llevo con él. Sígueme, por favor. Soy Horacio. Dice, a ver, si le digo que no, me van a... Si le digo que sí, pues venga. Sí. Pero si no, le voy a preguntar de qué va esto. Pero le di a la X ahora.
If there was a mutiny brewing in one cohort, the legate in charge wouldn't waste time finding the bad apples among hundreds. They just divided us into groups of 10, made us draw straws, and whoever drew the short straw had to be executed by the other 9. Didn't matter whether they'd done anything wrong. One of us in 10 would die for the crimes of the collective. We call it decimation. If that seems like rough justice to you, you're in for a rude shock. Because the Golden Law is exactly 10 times worse. The magistrate can explain the rest. He's up these stairs. What now?
Vale, ¿cuál es tu historia?
I'm a legionary of the
Soy
first
legionario de la
Italic.
primera edición italiana, pero como no estamos luchando mucho por aquí, el magistrado me ha asignado
So the
otras
magistrate
obligaciones.
has assigned me other duties. I act as the magistrate's
Tengo que
right-hand
poner a la
man,
derecha al magistrado,
keeping an eye
vigilando
on
a
his
sus hijas,
daughters.
mayor a su hija y a los demás, y
I should
asegurándome
say.
de que se
And the others.
comportan.
And making sure they're all behaving.
Joder.
I also keep a register of new arrivals.
También registro las llegadas, cómo he llegado hasta
I'm
aquí.
from Liguria, up north originally.
Soy
I
Liguria
was
al
doing
norte.
all right for myself.
Soy de Liguria al norte, me iba perfectamente sin ayuda de nadie. 12 años de servicio, tenía una chica que me esperaría. Ya no,
She's probably figured
probablemente
I'm
han
long gone
entendido
and
mucho
moved on
me
by
he
now.
ido y ha seguido con su vida.
Try not to think about
Intento no
it.
pensar en
My
ello.
commander sent me to deliver a message to Rome. While I
Estaba
was
allí,
there, I
pensé que
thought
podía
I'd
hacer
do
algo
something
bonito
nice
por
for
mi
my
chica y
girl.
le compré un pequeño
Pick up
colgante y un
a
platero.
pendant from a silversmith. That's when the crowd started flooding through the
Entonces
streets,
a borrar la gente gritando fuego. La gente gritaba, se arrollaba los unos a los otros.
screaming, trampling each other.
Y la
Then
perdió.
some genetric and fugitive tried to take
Gente sin
advantage of the
futuro
chaos
intentó
and
aprovecharse
pinch
del
my
caos y
hand.
me robó el collar. Recuerdo que lo perseguí por el bosque hasta el río y entonces nada.
Nothing. Blacked out and woke up
Muy
near
bien,
here.
desperté
No
cerca de aquí.
idea how I ended up floating so far downriver. But I'm fortunate to be alive, I suppose. Ah, don't be. As Seneca the Younger said,
Las
difficulty strengthens the
dificultades
mind,
fortalecen la
does the
mente,
body.
como el trabajo lo
That
hace.
said, Sentilla's disappearance has been more difficult than I'd care to admit.
Venga, que me diga algo sobre el
He's one of the
magistrado.
better commanders
Es uno de los
I've
mejores
ever had.
comandantes que he tenido, de eso no hay duda, es un buen estoico.
Lives stoic. Lives by
Vive
Seneca's
como dictan las
words.
palabras de Seneca.
Treat your
Trata a tus
inferior
inferiores
as
como
you would
querías que
wish
te
your
trataran
superior to treat
tus
you.
superiores.
Can't ask for much more than that.
No se puede pedir mucho más.
I don't see why not. Just make sure I get it back by tomorrow.
Me da el registro de todos los ciudadanos. Mira, qué bueno. Aurelia. Tipo plebeya. Trabajo tabernera. Zona tabernera del suburbio. Acabamos de ver. Notas. Dice que sabe cómo salir. Anda. Claudia. Patricia. Ya es un poco más para arriba. Trabajo. Mujer de Malleolo. Zona Villa. La zona central. Notas no hay nada. Ah, claro, porque la escuchamos decir antes que sabía cómo salir. Aquí es donde te van a aprender las cosas. Vale, vale. Modo lectura, a ver si le doy al triángulo. Anda, me puedo bajar. Decio, tipo plebeya, trabajo mercader, general, zona foro. Domicio, plebeyo, guarda de Maleollo, suburbios. Dulio, plebeyo, incapaz de trabajar, suburbios, preso en un almacén. Ese es Dulio. Equisia, Patricia, trabaja sobre los ríos del barrio, la vimos antes. Fabia, Plebeya, trabajo panadera, son los suburbios. Creo que lo escuchamos también antes. Galerio, tipo plebeyo, granjero, suburbio. Galerio. Giorgio, extranjero, mercador, ropa. Aníbal, extranjero. Rebuscar chatarra, suburbio. Notas, murió en el aljibe. Horacio, plebeyo, guardia, suburbio. Cabash, extranjero, pescador, suburbio, desaparecido. Julia, Livia, peluquera, ahora señora hablar. Lucrecia, extranjera, enferma, suburbio. Malleolo, a ver quién es este. Patricio, trabajador, prestar dinero. Vida intermedia, no se puede confiar en él. Una médica que se ha encerrado en el palacio. Una Evia. Octavia, Patricia, bueno, hay gente, Rufio, Sencia, Sencilla, Sencio, Ulpio, plebeyo, trabajador, fiador de crédito de Maeolio. Virgilio, plebeyo, arquitecto. Madre mía. A ver, la fila siguiente. Aquí vamos cambiando así mejor, que sea más bonito, ¿no? Aquí Aníbal, Julia. Y ya está.
Of course. Well, as I always say, it's kind of like a divine version of the practice of decimation in the Legion. By threatening to execute 1 in 10 men, the idea is to ensure order and discipline among everyone. And it works. If you knew you could be executed because your brother-in-arms is planning a mutiny, well, you'd bloody well watch him like 100-eyed Argus, wouldn't you?
What?
Because your only chance of saving yourself is to stop bad things before they happen. Makes us all responsible for keeping each other in check. It's brutal, of course, but effective. The Legion wouldn't be the most formidable force in the world without it. What's done is done. I was forced to execute my brothers in arms, and those memories will always visit me in my sleep. But life is harsh, and I've come to accept my lot. As with the Golden Rule, I don't have any control over it, so railing against it would be like trying to stop the seasons or the tides. As Seneca the Younger wrote, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future, not to amuse ourselves with either hopes or fears, but to rest satisfied with what we have, which is sufficient, for he that is so wants nothing. A war crime. Isn't that a contradiction in terms? As Cicero said, in times of war,
En tiempos de guerra la ley se queda en silencio. Qué lío.
Your sort wouldn't last a week in the Legion. If you like. I went around asking the same questions when I first arrived. Never did find a way out. But I learned how to accept my situation. To bear trials with a calm mind robs misfortune of its strength and burden. That's from Seneca the Younger, if you're interested.
Ir a un juicio con la mente tranquila ayuda a evitar las consecuencias negativas del mismo.
All right.
Pues sí, el diezmo era un castigo a los legionarios que desertaban o huían del combate, y fue usada en muchas ocasiones para eso, castigar a las tropas. Muchos de ellos, lo que estaban diciendo, entre 9 de sus compañeros los tallaban vivos. creo que, no sé, voy a subir, ¿no? Este colega.
We're finally alone.
Por fin
I
estamos solos.
assume
Supongo que
you
ya sé quién soy. ¿Me dice su
I
nombre?
am. May I know your name? A curious name to match a curious accent. But I digress. I see you have the piercing and astute eyes of a man of great learning. We're always happy to welcome another scholar to our little community. Equitia will be delighted to meet you, I'm sure. Now, you're probably wondering why I summoned you, and I'll get to that. But first, take a look at this wondrous place, would you? A secret city built deep in the mountains many hundreds of years ago. Indeed. More importantly, consider the miraculous community we've built here over the last 7 months. 22 complete strangers brought together by the fates, living and working together in our own little paradise. And in all that time, not a single sin has been committed. No fights, no theft, nothing. Have you ever witnessed something so extraordinary as a city without sin? Nor could I until I came here. But the reason for this miracle is as simple as it is terrifying. If even one person commits a sin here, every last one of us will die. You see, the builders of this place, whoever they were, left inscriptions warning, the many shall
Muchos
suffer
sufrirán
for
por
the
los pecados de
sins
uno
of
solo.
the one. From what we can gather, breaking the law here will anger the gods and provoke a terrible punishment, like the curses of Medusa and Midas combined, turning us all to gold. We've come to call it the Golden Rule. It's extraordinary that we've survived as long as we have, and each day I grow more and more afraid that our time in the sun is almost up. And now it seems that day is finally here. All that matters is that somebody in this city is about to break the Golden Rule. Why else would Proserpina send you now? Unless you and I can stop them, our doom is assured. I know that's a lot to take in, and you look like you have questions. Please, ask away. An intelligent question. There was a good deal of debate about that in our first weeks here. Does it refer to crimes or to some other ill-defined wrong? Of course, everyone agrees on the basics. No theft, no assault, and certainly no murder.
No robar, no atacar, no
Beyond that,
asesinar.
it was more difficult to reach a consensus. What about lying, insulting someone, blasphemy, trespass, trying to escape, bribery, infidelity, suicide? As magistrate, I had to exercise leadership, and so I made a decision. We must uphold the laws of the Empire to a standard never before seen. And we must honor the peace of the gods, the sacred accord between the gods and the people of Rome. It is only by offering the gods the proper respect that we may prosper, as Rome has for centuries. Barbaric? Barbaric? What are you talking about? The Empire is the most civilizing force in the known world. Rome is a beacon of light in the darkness. For 800 years she has borne great statesmen, philosophers, poets, artists, and engineers. We have comprehensive laws protecting the rights of our citizens, which have unified countless warring tribes all across the Mediterranean and beyond, from Gallia to Judea. All our citizens are treated the same, regardless of the color of their skin or their sexual preference. Can you say the same? When our people are starving, they are given food rations, and when they are wronged, they have the right to bring the guilty party before the magistrate. Our laws forbid treason, murder, assault, and rape, as well as theft and arson, and so on. No other civilization in the world is so advanced, and you have the hubris to call us barbaric?
Buah. Tantas preguntas aquí.
Of course. What else would we do with those prisoners of war who would otherwise have been executed? And besides, there are laws for their protection as well.
A tu gente no le gusta asistir a los deportes sangre por diversión, puto.
But our
Calvo.
gladiators are almost all volunteers seeking glory, or condemned prisoners who would have been executed anyway.
No veas quién hace mal. La madre que te parió. Ahí matando a la peña. Vale, venga, los... Pero las mujeres no tienen más derecho que los
Of
hombres.
course, but with fewer rights come fewer responsibilities, and the right to be protected by their fathers and husbands.
Ah, sí, tienen derecho a que lo protejan sus padres y sus maridos. Ellas por sí mismas nada, ¿no? Hijo a pets. Ah, sí, sí, dictadura. ¿No perseguís a los cristianos?
You mean the blasphemous
Pero
cult
será la sexta
responsible for
blasfema
burning
responsable
down
de quemar a la mitad de Roma el año pasado. No puedo culpar a la gente por estar enfadada por eso. Ah, madre que... Me voy a comer aquí unas uvitas tipo a los Roma. Así. Vamos. Aquí. Vengo ahora. Me voy a poner a limpiar las uvas. Vengo ya.
Are you talking about our practice of decimation? Of course. We could hardly unite all these warring tribes without a disciplined, formidable legion. Well, right now, you're a long, long way from home. I have made my pronouncement on the subject. Unfortunately, there are still those here who resist, whispering blasphemous and treasonous lies in the shadows. I would be keeping a close eye on them if I were you. You see, in my search for a way to save my people, I learned of an ancient ritual to Proserpina, the goddess of the cycle of life and renewal. It's said to open a doorway in time, so that if the unthinkable happens, one person can pass through it and travel back to the past. And when I saw you arrive in a flash of light from the goddess's shrine, I knew that person was you. You don't belong in our time, do you?
Lo digo, venga.
2,000 years? That is unfathomable. Please, tell me, in your time, what did you see? What had become of us? Of this city?
Vamos. No he visto nada. Si le digo esto, chungo.
I have imagined it, our downfall, 1,000 times. But it still breaks my heart to hear the truth of it. All I can tell you is that it's a ritual sacrifice to Proserpina. I stumbled across instructions. I have to recite a prayer, and of course, as with all rituals, some sacrifice is involved. Usually that means wine or food, or in some cases a live animal. In this case, the sacrifice is rather more costly. The life of the person performing the ritual. I don't suppose you saw any sign of me in the future? I assume that was me. If I'm forced to perform the ritual, it's going to cost me everything. You'll try to make sure I don't need to use it, won't you? Well, thank you for your candor, I suppose. Well, I believe you're in the best position to go around asking people questions. You're new here, and it'll seem perfectly normal. As for me, well, it pains me to say my attempts to impose order have not earned me many friends. I fear I may not even remain magistrate after today's election. The people here would only treat my curiosity with suspicion. You shouldn't have that problem, though, unless, of course, you get off on the wrong foot. Do you ever stare at a problem for so long that you can't see it for what it is anymore? What's needed here is a fresh pair of eyes. The less I prejudice the independence of your investigation, the better. Me? Why would you suspect me? I've just told you, I'm about to sacrifice my own life to ensure these people have a second chance. What reason could you possibly have to suspect me, of all people? I'm glad you think so. Without trust, without each other, we won't be able to prevent what is about to happen. Well, all right. There are those who wish to vote me out of office so that they can pursue their own misguided political agenda. Frankly, their selfishness and recklessness risk destabilizing the entire city. I would be looking very carefully at them if I were you. If I understand Proserpina's ritual correctly, that problem should take care of itself. Let me see if I can explain. If you manage to prevent the sin that breaks the golden rule, I won't need to bring you here. I won't create the portal, and you will never have been able to come here. Thus, you have created a paradox. If this occurs, you should be flung back to your own time having changed the past for all of us. Make sense?
Qué bueno.
Ah, good. So, are you
Una
with
paradoja.
me? Can I count on you to figure out who's about to break the golden rule? No, I don't suppose you do. But I'm hoping that even if you're not burdened with a sense of self-sacrifice, you'll at least see the sense in self-preservation. Wonderful. Now, I need you to investigate the city, talk to everyone, help them, if it'll win their trust. I authorize you to enter private homes and inspect possessions and documents, unless, of course, you're asked to leave. Figure out who the culprit is, and as soon as you have a name, come back and tell me immediately.
O sea, de chivato hoy. Qué perra.
Oh, and one last thing. If I were you, I'd start my investigation by visiting Lucretia at the Shrine of Apollo in the Forum. I heard wailing from there not long ago. Seems like something's not right.
Ugh, I wish Horatius would stop letting barbarians in here. What do you want? I'm Sentia, eldest daughter of the magistrate. But you'd know that if you'd been invited in here and introduced properly. What are you doing in here? And why are you dressed like that? Really? I'd never have noticed, what with your flawless accent, appropriate attire, and impressive mastery of our customs. Now, remind me, why are we having this conversation? Ugh, what is it with you people? You heard the rumor that my little sister escaped and figure I must know a way out too. Is that it? Well, that's just a stupid rumor. We have no idea what happened to Scintilla. I wish you mouth breathers would just leave me alone. I don't know. Can you? Can you tell me how a person could have disappeared from a city with no exits and no crime? Was she snatched away by the harpies? It was 3 weeks ago. We ate our evening meal together, and I remember she seemed happy. In love. We went into our rooms, I went to sleep, and when I woke up, she was gone. That's it. I think so, yes. But she was very careful about keeping his identity a secret, even from me. I don't know, but it's been 3 weeks since she disappeared, and he hasn't come forward. That might speak to a guilty conscience. All I know is, whoever he is, he's still here in the city. You really aren't from here, are you? All Roman women are named after their fathers. I think it's their way of branding us. Like cattle to be sold at market. His family name is Sentius, so I'm Sentia because I'm the eldest. And my little sister is formerly Sentia Minor, but she is affectionately known as Scintilla. That doesn't surprise me. To him, it was like a prize cow wandering off from its paddock. He's upset, of course, but he says he's too busy with the election to help look for her. So he's letting Horatius do the heavy lifting. Some good that's done.
Vamos a seguir en otro momento, porque es un lío un poquito